So we're going to be working and moving sheep around today. First thing we're going to start off by doing is worming all of our ewes that we plan on breeding for the 2023 year. Going in with the rest of them, old Mary girl. So a lot like when we had them sheared, we ran them all up here into this corner. We got this cross gate set up here. I have a little jug taped to a gate there. A auto-fill drenching gun right here set to the amount that they need. And the reason why I have that jug taped there on the fence, we just put a little bit of the wormer in there at a time. And the reason for that, I don't have an actual worming jug that takes this drenching gun. We have one for the cattle, but not one for the sheep yet. So I just have it in there, so we'll fill it up with some medicine. That way if it gets knocked over or anything, we don't lose all of the wormer, just a little bit. This seems to work out pretty good for us. It makes things a lot easier being the preset amount, and you don't have to draw it out of the bottle each time. Go. No. We're going to get down to 11. Grab the little guy. Stay back. So that went pretty easy on everybody, the ewes and the rams included. The rams are always a little bit more difficult because they're a lot stronger than the ewes. They can really move themselves around, but it went pretty good for us. So now that we have all the ewes and the rams wormed, that's one thing off our list that we need to get done before we start breeding for next year. That whole process went pretty simple for us. I really like those auto-fill drench guns. I went to go order a jug that would take that drench gun, but it wouldn't be here in time, so we just kind of worked with what we had, and it really worked out well for us. But I think if I didn't have Rachel help me, it would have been a lot harder to try to keep that hose down in that open bottle. So the next thing on our list, what we want to do is sort out all of our ewe feeder lambs and put them in the pen by themselves down here that we have made up here off this hay feeder. This group of lambs we picked up yesterday. There's 7 lambs here. They're all May-born lambs. There's 2 ewes in this group. We bought it with the intentions of holding back these 2 ewes. They won't be big enough or old enough this year to breed, so we'll have to basically take care of them and raise them and get them ready for next year's breeding season. They look pretty good, and they came from the same farm that those 5 ewe lambs we bought back in April came from, so we're really happy with those genetics and the way they look and finish out for meat. So that's kind of why we're willing to put in the extra work with these younger lambs, keep them for an extra year here, just feeding them, getting them to mature size, so that way we can add them to our flock. So the plan will be to grab these 5 ram lambs out of here, set them down here in the alleyway, and I'll run them over as far as I can that way, where I'll end up having to carry them just over and set them in that pen with those feeder lambs. We've rained here the last 2-3 days in a row, so I have this hay wagon parked here. I haven't had time to get it out and take it over to the bank barn. So it's kind of in the way of doing this, but I'll just have to work around it. So we got them pinned up in here. Right there's the gate I'm gonna take them to. That's as close as I can get them right now with everything that we got set up. So I'll just start packing them over one at a time.